Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Tangledeep, Dawn of Dragons. I released some episodes earlier today and somewhat overestimated how ready I was to be back and then had to go and lay down for several hours. But I'm back now and I feel even better than I did then, which hopefully is a good sign. So we are ready to just get back in here in the Bandit waterworks and go fight a bandit dragon. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm pretty curious what the bandit dragon's going to be in practice. It's a bit of a strange concept. I appreciate that they're willing to get weird with it conceptually, though. Like, bandits are such an important part of the game as a type. He's gonna kill my crystal before he becomes visible again. What a super annoying thing for him to do. Ah, you fool. Nope, he still killed it. Yeah, not the super most fun. The guy who becomes invisible and blinds you, and then you just have to wait for the debuff to wear off. Alright, so the tree frog is going to keep shooting garbage at us, and that's definitely annoying. Like, it's 127 damage. It's not an inconsiderable amount. But I guess we'll just try to hack this dude up first. Our defenses are good enough that, provided he stops blocking, we can probably get some good stuff going here. Although I guess I ought to move. Not just stand in the fire all the time. If I must. Alright, do we want to, you know what? I'm going to move down one and then do a spin blade here. I'm also standing in an awful lot of AoE, but that's fine. You know, it doesn't harm you if you do it intentionally. Those are the rules. Sort of don't want to be on this side of this. Why don't we frog hop over to here? I will say, I'm pretty glad that we chose a weapon type that has natural area damage. It's like, it's really satisfying to be able to do that. The whip is a good, strong addition to the game, I think. This would probably be a good time for me to have a crystal. I'm gonna try... Straddle Monster only has a 2-tile range? Yeah, alright, we'll just walk at him, I guess. It is really nice how much enemies are distracted by it. So let's just put all of our whip powers on him, throw a rock at his head, I guess. Well, he sure is doing an awful lot of damage to that crystal. Yeah, between the enemies just, like, apparently being naturally drawn to the runic crystal and also the fortify, the crystal itself is giving us an awful lot of toughness, even above all of our abilities, even above the defense bonus. Just having this thing around is really, really good for us. Alright, so we're down to, and I think it should be noted, this does matter, we're down to 36 flask charges from our one-time high of somewhere in the neighborhood of twice that, I believe? We are burning resources fighting all these dragons, and it's possible that I'm not really going to get a whole lot of character value out of this. I'm not even sure what the switches in these side rooms are doing, by the way. I don't think they're necessary. My guess is that we didn't need to come over here. These are optional, like, treasure areas, probably. But I bet we do have to get all these ones in the corners of the map. We're in the top right now. Yeah. I bet we do have to get all the ones in the corners. What was I talking about? I don't know. It can't possibly be important, right? Where'd my pet go? Do you want to maybe get over here and help? Okay, that was actually pretty handy for the crystal to swap positions with me perfectly like that. Let's go ahead and throw out a sonic boom there and let it just expand into all the enemies. Alright, I'm having a hell of a time killing this guy. We're going to attack in this direction, because apparently we got to bring down that Wrangler. He's the one throwing the heal, right? Yeah, feed pet. Okay. I don't love those bombs. Well, I guess we could use a straddle monster. The bounce off of the monster has considerable range. Yeah, we can use straddle monster to get us to a position where we're still doing damage via the whip AoE to the actual dangerous enemy. I'm just going to shoot him with my bow. It's not the way we usually do things around here, but... Our movement abilities are a little bit awkward because we mostly have really short-range stuff, and then we have the rocket jump, which unfortunately goes way further than you ever want it to. It's a good movement ability for escaping, and that is definitely a thing that you need your movement abilities to enable, at least some of the time. Alright, that was, in fact, the last gatekeeper. I guess maybe all those intermediaries are doing is just giving you just opening the path from one corner to the other. We haven't figured out a way to open that one up. The problem with just, like, doing stuff before having surveyed the entire map is it makes it somewhat unclear what's happening. That's on me. Do we want to just eat some, like... Let me just jam a box of mints into my face real quick here. Just cap off and then go upstairs. Okay. Let's get into some trouble. Wow, that's... I mean, it's a bandit dragon. I don't know what I was expecting. Your cheese. Give it to us, or you will perish. What is it with bandits and specifically my cheese? Would it be too much to ask for you to sleep for a few hundred years? Or a few hundred more years, please? I understand a passion for cheese more than anyone, but you can't just go around threatening and stealing from people. I mean, I do it all the time, but you can't. I must eat cheese. It was stolen from me. Yes, it would is not a possible response to this. Oh, she was responding to herself. I feel like that's a little clearer if you, like, leave the dialogue in the window instead of deleting one person's lines and the next person's lines appear. But it's fine, we got there eventually. So what's your deal? You are not resistant to physical damage. That's a shame, because I don't really have a great... I mean, we have a fair number of abilities, I suppose. Maybe we open the ability with a spin blade and hope that he just... yeah... walks into it. Unfortunately, I think if he moves forward, it actually doesn't hit him, it looks like. It moves out at the same time he moves in. So that sucks. Well, we may as well rock toss him now. And probably want to try to clear out some of these minor bandits, right? I do wish that we had a movement ability that did some damage. Okay, that seems like it maybe is going to hurt. I'm just going to go ahead and prep a heal. So, that was... Breath of Knives hit me for 500. That's fairly serious. This might be a good time to blow up my crystal. Wow. So this guy does way too much damage. Everything associated with this is way too much. Maybe we need to get out of the central area? How much did I just get hit for? So I got hit with Axe Storm for 405... bunch of other stuff is happening. Hold on, let me look at the actual combat log here. The big one. Alright, hits Mirai, 370 for run through, 249 because I got run through'd onto the Caltrops. I mean, I did good damage with my overload, but yeah, that's a very unsustainable amount of damage. Like, hugely unsustainable. Like, let me go ahead and eat some campfire meat real quick, I think. Wait, at that level of unsustainable? Yeah, probably, because I'm going to get hit again. Okay, so this might be a good time to totally disengage. I wish that I had a better way of telling my pet to go someplace, because I think we need to take this fight sort of into the corner, where we can focus on them a little bit at a time. I guess what I can do is... I guess I'm just gonna walk. But, like, we'll walk over to a place... Ooh, jeez. Never mind. I was gonna say we'll walk over to a place where he'll be safe and then call him. I'm just gonna leave? Right, like, we haven't accomplished anything here. We're not losing anything to just get out of here. Don't love that. And unfortunately, we are a little short on movement abilities. I'm surprised that that works on the boss. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Well, then I guess I'm just going to get hit by this huge thing. It's going to take 4 more turns for me to leave the dungeon, huh? Yeah, that's a problem. We could totally die. I really don't want to blow my dragon limit. I'd like to get out of here without spending the dragon limit so that we can come back in and use the dragon limit right away. How many scrolls of teleportation do we have left? Also, when did this get flipped? 5? Man. Again, burning resources that I might need to actually fight the real bosses of the game. But I also do have to survive this. Like, that matters quite a bit. Part of me wants to just run over there and see what's in there. How much does it take to rocket charge? 18? Well, whatever. Let's just get out of here. And then we'll rebuy our pet, resummon everything, get ready. Oh, that's right. If you don't use your Dragon Limit within a certain number of turns, it resets anyway. Well, that means that there was literally no... it did not matter at all whether we used it or not. Alright, let's kick you back out here, and then, honestly, I might just, like, use a tent. The tent's the only healing item we can't use in actual combat, so we may as well use it in situations where we're not in actual combat. And then, like, it's not totally impossible that we could level up during the battle, and leveling up does refill all your bars. It's a thing worth keeping an eye on. Alright, so I have 30,000 gold on me. I should probably bank some of this money in case we do die. I don't think we need to bank any of our other stuff, but let's really quickly deposit, I don't know, like 25,000 of this? 5,000 should be enough to do whatever it is we need to do on a moment to moment. And then we could throw on a buff of some kind before going in there. If there's like a food buff that has a significantly shorter... Oh, I should use this while we're out here. If there's a food buff that has a shorter cooldown than duration, we throw something up. Like that gelato is sort of like that, right? It's not much different. Damage and defense by 30% for 12 turns and gives you a 5-turn... You know what? Okay. Let's Meat Witch, and then we'll... There we go. Let the full debuff from that almost expire. And then we gotta burn down... So it looks like opening that gate just added additional enemies to the fight, which sucks. That's a terrible thing for that to do. That's not what I wanted at all. Wait. Did he attack... Hold on a second there. Give me the real combat log. It looked like he threw an attack at the enemies, which obviously I have strong feelings about. Or maybe he didn't do anything at all. Bandit Boudica does not appear in the log. He is only rated as curious, which means he's not actively attacking us right now, so I think we're going to just enjoy that for a moment here. The sludge is doing 85 damage per turn. I am not in the caltrops, but I am in axe attack range. What is going to be the best way to do this? I can frog hop over to here, which is a space that... Never mind. I was going to say, which is a space that's not full of hostile garbage, but apparently there are no spaces that will not be made full of hostile garbage. Boy. They're not making this easy. I really want... I think I'm going to put up Static Field. And we'll just recover afterward if we take too much damage. Pet dies immediately, because of course it does. Why would I think that would not happen? We're really close, though, to killing something. All I really want to do is kill something. That Bandit Boudica ran off. I'm not really sure what to make of that. This guy is constricted and shadow vulnerable. I mean, the fight's going a little bit better now. A huge amount of the problem here... Oh, healing down. That's potentially lethal. That's a really big problem. See, I'm wondering if there's a, like, free the prisoners and they rally to your support kind of mechanic going on here, but we don't yet have any indication that that's how this would work. And this guy doesn't seem to be doing anything at all, as far as I can tell. Right? He hasn't appeared in the combat log once. So to some extent, I'm wondering if he's just an extra enemy, and like the idea is you're supposed to try to manage the fight where you have to be constantly moving around without stepping on the switches. But I really wish that it was clearer what the mechanics are or aren't. If I just stand in the caltrops, I'm going to take a ton of damage, and I am weak on healing for 3 turns. We've done a lot of accidental damage to the Bandit Dragon, which is kind of wild. I've really just been trying to kill this Enforcer. My thinking here was, if we could just get off enough damage to kill one enemy, then we could teleport out and come back. You know, out and refresh and come back, and it would be a better situation. I'm going to Spin Blade. Okay, see, he's jumping on the switches. So yeah, they are extra hostile enemies. I'm not rescuing prisoners. Yeah, that's a real shame. Because that would have been like an interesting mechanic. As it is, it's just more of the same. I guess the enemy caltrops don't always do as much damage. We took 324 damage from them the first time we took a hit. But they're not always so bad. I'm not sure why. We're so close. We're so close to that kill. It's driving me a little bit wild. Crystal Shift through you? I can't. I can't because I don't have vision of that space. Well, that would certainly be the way to do it. Okay, if we straddle monster you over to here. And then I Crystal Shift to there. Okay, 1 down. The Bandit Dragon is at half health, which kind of makes me want to stay in. Everything in my brain is like, SB, you need to disengage at this moment. Like, take your tiny advantage, but what if we could just push through? Alright, I'm gonna eat something. We're on debuffed healing for 1 more turn, but if I eat something big now, we'll still get most of the value of it. And this is a good time for me to take a break and not, like, be doing a thing. Okay. I should have probably eaten something that gives back energy. I was just thinking, like, we need a lot of health. And we gotta try to kill a couple more enemies. This Venomancer is low. I think I'm okay standing in the garbage here to try to finish the job. Now wait a minute. The Budokas are definitely attacking. Yeah, they totally are. They totally are helping. It's just impossible to tell that because their damage messages don't appear in the thing. Boy, really feels like that ought to be in the combat log, don't you think? But I'm fairly sure they are in fact helping. Now I've struck them though. Because I forgot about how, if they were on my side, I reasoned, I think sensibly, my attacks should not affect them. Yeah? Apparently not the case. Well, we gotta kill like a whole lot of enemies, and we gotta kill them relatively quickly here. Part of me just wants to blow up the dragon. He's taking kind of a lot of damage from the things we do. Okay, I managed to warp myself to the edge of his AoE, which is nice. Crystal Shift him, and then detonate the crystal, except I don't have the energy. Or sorry, I don't have the stamina. I have energy. Energy we have. Wait. We steal your food. Oh no, don't steal my food. I've got you on the ropes, and now you want to throw around threats? My food is safe right here in my pack, and... Hey, wait a minute! Uh-oh. That's not ideal. I need that food. Okay, I'm taking all my food back one way or another. God, I hope so. Alright. What do I... So here we have that. And now he's at 42%, and I don't have any of my food? No, I don't have any of my food. I still have potions and stuff. Well, food is the primary way that I regain my casting stats. So we're going to have to rely on potions, which is pretty unfortunate. We do have 2 elixirs. I was kind of hoping to save them for a slightly more desperate situation. Potions are unfortunate because it's going to take me a turn to drink each of these. But also, our CT gain is pretty significant, so we get a lot of, we get a fair number of free actions, right? I'm gonna try to straddle monster him over to here where the enemies aren't. Oh no, he wandered away though. I guess that's a danger with straddle monster, right? Since it's, confusing. Alright, he's opened another thing. I still kind of can't tell what's happening. Like, the game, unfortunately, the game state is not clear enough for it to be obvious who's attacking who and doing what all of the time. And of course, we take a huge amount of damage and also get a healing reduction on the same turn. Okay, it was nice of him to chase us. That's kind of what I was hoping was going to happen. Thunderstorm, and then I need to rocket charge out of that big AoE. And we're getting him, right? It's happening. It's just not happening very quickly. It doesn't feel like I should shoot an arrow, but maybe I should. You know what? This does pretty good damage. I don't know if the stun was actually beneficial to us, though. It may well be the case that I screwed up there by, by stunning him instead of letting him walk forward. Alright, the healing penalty is off. I might hit a mint brew here. We don't need it, but because we don't have access to food, if our health gets much lower, we won't be able to full refill anyway. I suppose I could just hold off and pop an elixir, but I'm so paranoid about getting bursted for 50% of my health by a single attack after all the times that has happened. I really don't feel safe. 26%, huh? I mean, we're getting there. I think it's working. Continue to paralyze. Let's... Do I have... Okay, I do have straddle stamina. Although, carrying him down here is going to keep me in the AoE. It's actually probably fine if it gets me away from him. And yeah, I think the Boudica, even though the Boudica is marked as hostile to me, it might still be hitting him. It's so hard to tell because the combat log messages aren't showing me everything I need. But he's taking an awful lot of damage that I don't think I'm doing. Alright, we got him. And now all my food goes on the floor everywhere. I guess, in a sense, it's cool to have this amount of loot to pick up, but also, in a sense, it's very annoying to have this amount of loot to pick up. Alright. And the game carries through its through line about bandits and cheese. You know, they love that joke, and they're committed to it. If there's one thing I admire, it's commitment. To be perfectly honest with you, I feel pretty tough. I guess we'll take strength again. Can't summon a new crystal. A little bummed out that I still have to fight all these nerds. Like, I was kind of hoping they would just surrender. You know, Norskin rules. I killed your boss, that makes me the boss. Thank you, sleeping gas. That's going to be very helpful, actually. Do I want to get fancy here? I mean, Thunderstorm's probably good. Maybe don't stand in that. Go ahead and grab the Bandit Soul. And I actually rather like our current... Oh, what a beautiful thing for you to have done. I actually rather like our current Bandit Soul or Dragon Soul ability, so I think I'm disinclined to change it. I really want to just melee attack, because it's going to do so much damage, and the crit chance is going to be so high. Remember, we get bonus crit chance for each enemy that is targeted by our thing. I should probably move now, though. Oh, you're one space outside of range. Well, you're not out of range for this. Oh my god, food. Sweet, sweet food. Eat 39 chicken dinners. All at the same time, obviously. Of course you put goop in the space. Wow, that's a huge amount of damage. While I'm still at half health. I'll be over here. Away from you. Further away than that. Hey you're gonna be my ride over to here. So yeah, the Boudica don't seem to be attacking me under any circumstances. I don't think. No, they totally are. Absolutely they are. I need a quick pick-me-up. I mean, all the enemies are asleep, so I can afford to take like a second here and just recharge. Man, is there any chance that you could just, like, die? Alright, that's going to make things a little bit easier on us. I could really use the rest of my food at this moment. Okay. Unfortunately, these slimes are infinite until we can actually deal with the casters. God, I hate healing down. Okay, there we go. And hate is a bad word. God, I fear healing down. We got a very fancy quiver. We probably have some stuff that is worth banking. Alright, are people done picking at me yet? Can I get all my food back? No, we're not. We're not in the clear just yet. At this point, we actually can resummon this, and then, of course... Oh, hey, I think I actually broke line of sight. Maybe you could stop doing stuff. Thanks for the hydrating orb. It's a little annoying that you have to pick this all up manually, and also step on floor spikes and stuff. Like, it sure would be nice if the bandit dragon, upon death, dropped a bag that had all of your food in it. Like, is this even all of my stuff? I don't have a comprehensive enough inventory of my food to be sure that it is. I guess it looks like we picked everything up, but... Oh, there's my rose petals. Can't imagine I'm going to need them, but we have them. Alright, I will say I appreciate them giving me so many flask charges. That is certainly going to make my life a little bit easier in the future. Alright, that was a little bit on the dangerous side. Even though we are now done with the fight, I could not tell you what the mechanic was with those Boudica being released from prison. It looked like they were doing attack animations in the direction of the boss, and I believe that if they were attacking us, combat log messages would have appeared indicating that. But I guess you by default don't get logging on... Are there even options on the combat log? Let's see here. I have verbose combat log enabled even, so like, there's nothing we could do that would give us more messages, it looks like. Yeah, I don't know. It's super weird that they were not producing logging messages at all. I think that's probably a bug. Defeat Thunder Spirit the Ruthless and his gang. I don't really want a skill orb of runic crystal. Can you give me something better? Katie's Enclave? Nah, I don't care about that really. A Cruel Partisan? Nah. No. Alright, so we have one dragon left, right? That's 4 dragons that we fought now? Let's go ask, you. Let's go ask you about the other dragons. Yeah. Pretender's Hideout, we dealt with that. The Land of Dreams, got that. Moist Drippy Cave, sure. One resides above a Lake of Tranquility. This is probably not supposed to be a difficult riddle, and I'm sure people have told me in the comments, which, spoilers, I have not yet read, because I don't know if you know this, but I've been real sick the last couple of days. That's not the only reason, but... A Lake of Tranquility. Where do we even a lake? He asks. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to try to puzzle about it right now, right this second. We have some more, like, actual dungeon that we could do. Oh, an error has occurred, and now I have no control. Cool. We're going to try save and back to title. And then we're going to reload the thing. And hopefully that will fix the error, because I lost control of the character there. Okay. May as well swing by the casino. We can go get some money out of the bank if we see a thing we want to buy. Sorry, Gamble 4. There's a Ruby Crescent. 20% chance when struck to reduce random ability cooldown. Honestly, this is pretty good for us. The thing is, at this point, our jewelry is so teched out Like, both of our pieces of jewelry have multiple plus 20s on them in addition to their plus 10 stats. They both give us 15% shadow damage. We don't really deal that much fire damage. This is very good, but it's probably at this point not worth switching to. A cruel chain whip of treasures and stealth would definitely end up being a more powerful item if we were to go item dream it all the way up. Because our bullwhip here was item rank 5 initially, but I'm not gonna do all that. The difference in strength would not be great enough for all the trouble, and honestly, I really like the qualities that we have on our bullwhip, so whatever. We're good, thanks. We should probably also go back to the Desert Oasis and hawk some stuff to Ruby. And then let's go and kill some computer stuff, right? And I'll think about a Lake of Tranquility off camera. First of all, let's look at your inventory. You have a small mystery egg, which is crummy. Ooh, item rank 11 shield. That's a pretty high base value. Again, probably not worth, actually going into at this point. Alright, have all my unequipped garbage. 77 items it was. Did anything come out particularly cool? We're just looking for traits that we might want to yank off to put on other stuff, right? So like arrow dampening is neat. That's a lot of money to buy that back, but arrow dampening would be neat to have. Then again, we might not play another character on this save, so I suppose maybe I'll just hold on to it. And you know what? Gold is easy to come by. Arrow dampening, slightly less so. Let's go ahead and buy that, and we'll jam it through the machine. Later, some other time. Right now, what we should probably do is fast travel up to, where the dungeon is happening. Like, right here, central processing. So these are the places that we found the dragons. And then, of course, there was the frog bog. So some of them they've been side areas except for Bandit Waterworks 1. A Lake of Tranquility. Man. I'm going to feel real silly when I figure it out, because I'm sure it's quite obvious, because none of them have been very complicated so far. Whatever. Let us continue upward, not forward. Forward, not upward, and always twirling. Twirling toward victory. We definitely have not gone into the weapons facility. And we're going to be a little bit more powerful than we were last time we were in these places. Also, wow. Okay, a little bit more powerful, he says. I was going to say the whip is going to be really good at dealing with these with these emitters. Don't try to explode at me. What are you thinking? Look at this guy. Just open terror fleeing from me. I mean, again, we don't really have to kill anything. Can I please have my ability to attack back? I could really use it at this moment. Okay, so we're apparently just going to blaze all this stuff. It used to be that the encounter you unlock by doing these things was the end of the game. I'm reasonably certain that is no longer the case. So in case you were wondering if, oops, we actually outscaled it and there's going to be no more challenge. No, I don't think so, but we're going to burn through this area pretty simply, it looks like. I really don't think paralyzing floor tiles are a good design here. I think the developer and I just have very different feelings on, like, things that restrict actions. Which is, that's a valid dispute to have. It just bums me out is all. Blast straight through. See, sometimes I can jump through people with rocket charge, and sometimes I can't. It doesn't feel super consistent. Hey, buddy, why don't you come over here? It seems like I could maybe use a little bit of... Never mind, I'm cool. Everything's fine, it turns out. Alright, let's eat like a little something, like a fruit bowl will do. Where are my fruit bowls? They just not get picked up? I mean, I guess I must have missed them. This is definitely not all my food. Whatever. Bananas. Fine. We stepped everywhere, right? It's not like I left any tiles unseen, I don't think. I wonder if perhaps some of our food got deleted. Like maybe there's a limit to the number of items that can be picked up and then re-dropped through that routine. And yeah, we're going to end up just standing in a lot of enemy attacks at this point because I'm now very overconfident. It happens. Fortunately, there are no consequences to overconfident, slow and insidious or otherwise. How did I manage to, like, let's just walk around all the power-ups, right? I think our pet's going to be able to kill most of the champions in the area by himself, it looks like. I mean, he took some damage fighting that one. I will say I don't necessarily enjoy the being wildly overpowered. I know some people have like a real power fantasy thing going on with games. They managed to actually knock my pet out. What an annoying thing. I would prefer, certainly, for it to be a challenge the whole way through, but that's a tough ask in terms of balancing, like to keep the game consistently challenging the whole way without ever breaking anything about it. I'm worried that if we crystal shift through here, I'm not going to have a chance to blow up my crystal. And I do want to blow up my crystal. And didn't actually even do that much damage. Alright, let's get a new crystal out because I want the buff. And then... You know what? I'm okay with just standing in this. Let's just get rid of this guy. Let's just reduce the number of enemies we're dealing with here. Well, he's really not taking any damage at all from anything, huh? Let's pull him out of the lasers. Boy, that sleep effect works on everything, huh? Also, they really, really want me to have the orb for runic crystal. I feel like we've received like 7 or 8 of those at this point. Alright, so all the guns are gone because we defeated the gun guardian, but I still want to come over here and kill the champion, because we're still getting some amount of loot from doing that. The upgraded destroyer. I gotta be honest with you, it's not the coolest enemy name I've ever heard. And I do not fear your bomb. That said, I'm still gonna get out of it, because now that I've noticed it's there, I do fear it a small amount. Please stop living. It's very counter to my goals here. Exceedingly rude to survive when I'm trying to kill you. And we wait forever for those things to fade. So you can see we're starting to get those really, really high tier items a lot now. This would be a point where you could, in theory, start building your relevant gear, and there's a reason that, you know, I did not start trying to build our gear much prior to this with the other characters, because I was thinking, hey, we'll get to the machine part, we'll get some of that, like, rank 11 stuff, and then we'll build out of that. But apparently, not a thing that's going to happen. Did I? I'm relatively sure that I reinsured, but apparently I did not. That's fine. We can feed him. We already know what he likes, although apparently I don't have any of it. Hold on. Stats. He likes... Did the information about his favorite foods reset? Because I thought you were supposed to be able to view their preferred foods. Oh, you know what? We've never fed Waterlogger. That's right. Because we didn't have to. Because we went out of our way to make sure that we were breeding them while they were happy. Well, when they're low on happiness, Monster Chow's great. And then they outgrow it somewhere around like level 3 or 4. Okay. So yeah, 3 Monster Chows is 3 free levels. How do you feel about a smoothie? Smoothie's fine. This is kind of a tedious process where you just like give him one of everything in your inventory until he likes something, and then you hammer on that until you're out of it. You want some mint fudge? I know how to make more of that. How about some straight up milk? Just want like a big glass jar of milk? No. Like a turkey. And obviously I don't want to give him the good food. We'll end up there if we have to. Okay, that was only okay. Carrot? Damn it. Pet, could you please like something that's easy to make? Or that we just have a lot of already. Also would be fine. I don't think I've ever seen a pet just feel that everything is okay before. Usually they like something. That's also only okay? What about a cheese flan? I can make these. Gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. This is what playing the video game looks like. What if we clicked on every item in our inventory, one by one, to see whether a water elemental likes for them to be held near his face? Because he's not eating them, right? Not in any, like, classical sense. Alright, so it looks like he doesn't like everything in our inventory. We didn't try the valuable cooked stuff, but also, like, I'm not going to. So I'm just going to give him all of our carrots, and very slowly this will rank up his happiness. It takes a lot of food that they're only okay with, but we don't have anything better than I'm okay parting with. So we'll give him a bunch of this, we'll give him a bunch of cheese. We have several fine cheeses available for him. This is another thing where, like, I feel like you could fix a lot of this problem with just some UI usability stuff. Feed how many fine cheeses, and then let me push the button that says all of them. Let's just short circuit this process and all of them. It does annoy me that I think we lost some food. I think we had fruit bowls. We still have all of our good food. Alright, hold on. What does he actually have to be? Can I bring him out of date? Okay. It's good enough. Turns out. Remember to get pet insurance, so that they don't get unhappy when they get dead. In theory, I suppose, you don't really need a solution to that problem because it's not a problem you run into very often. And realistically, how many times do you have to do that rehappying process? They go a long way out of their way to make it so that you, can't easily lose pets. Actually, how many job points do we have? 3,300? Well, hold on a second. I would like to change my mind and go back and maybe breed some pets. I think we're in a pet breeding kind of space. We have not, unfortunately, discovered any letters from our previously released pets. But we can still try this the old-fashioned way, so hold on a second. I don't actually have any meals. I don't have any romantic meals. I'm fair certain we did have at least one remaining. I don't know. We have 24 rose petals. Something tells me it would be alright. So let's just go like, what do I really not need? Cheese? How about some cheesy petals? Who doesn't love cheesy petals? It's the taste sensation that's sweeping the clearing. Moms love it, kids love it. Hopefully water elementals love it. I sure hope so. Oh, that's right. We gotta put waterlogger back in the thing here. Actually, return pet to corral. Before we do anything else with him, though, did he ever level up? No, he's still 13? Yeah, he was 13 before. He's not even close. He's also upset for 3 days. I don't know what that means. Is that gonna affect the breeding? Let's hope not. Let's hope that he is still able to get down while upset. I don't even know what we're looking at here. Okay, we're gonna waterlogger and waterlog are not yet the best of pals. Okay, so we're gonna need a couple of rose petal meals then. That's fine. That's right, because we released the pet that is super good friends with everybody on account of I was hoping to get a letter that would make this whole process a little bit faster. Alright, and then also some, like, petal cookies. Right? Obviously. Delicious. Mint petal cookies. Oh, sorry. We're actually making real food here. So that's going to be fun for them. Apparently, 2 boxes of mints combined is mint fudge? How does fudge work? This might be a real-world cooking thing that I'm just not familiar with. But how does fudge work? So we want to use 57, 52, 47. Do we want to use definitely not a person? And well, we have to use Waterlog because Waterlog has the abilities we need. And that's right, definitely not a person's stats look better, but that's because he's higher level. Yeah, I think we want to just work these two together. So they eat some bowl of cheese with rose petals in it together, and it makes hearts. Because who wouldn't love that meal? I have no idea what the likelihood is of breeding individual abilities onto pets. Okay, we have one-way love is good enough, apparently. Some messages being transmitted by the game at this moment that I don't necessarily agree with. Whatever, listen. Water elementals get down like water elementals. I'm not here to judge their society. This pet is named the Great Wet Hope. That's his name. What am I looking at my stats for? I'm not the one who needs the abilities. That's... He's got Shed Thorns, he's got Watery Heal. You know what? I'll take it. This is our man. He's got 1709 HP at level 12. I think this is good enough. So, welcome to the team. I am going to get a pet insurance on you, my friend. I already have pet insurance. It turns out it's not pet specific. I knew that. Okay. This is really what I wanted. It's just a water elemental that has, Summon Floriconda. We are going to have to level him up, and it's going to take a long time to do it, because pets level up very, very slowly. And the only reason that past pet was so high level is because we had been leveling him up over multiple characters, remember. The summoned Floricondas have a pull, which it turns out might end up being kind of annoying. I guess we'll find out whether or not I can handle this. Well, he's summoning them a lot, huh? Like, a lot more frequently than I was expecting. I was not aware that he was even allowed to have more than one out at a time. I'm pretty sure some of our loot flew through the wall there, because that's how these dungeons are built. Listen, not that I'm not afraid of the monsters and everything, but I do think this thing has to die first. Okay, now we'll fight the other guys. You'd think they would be less vulnerable to lightning, on account of their rock and everything. Whatever. I do love the way the enemies move around and make it easier for me to hit them all with my whip at the same time. Oh hey, I dashed right into a fire-immune marbled banebite. Orion, the marbled banebite. That's a pretty impressive name. You got a big legacy to live up to there, buddy. Alright, well, they'll finish him off. I'm confident in that. We are just standing in the poison cloud, but also, like, I think the most important thing is that we finish the enemy off. And then my pets somewhat disagreed with me, apparently. We could snap a sonic boom right there. Okay, there we go. And then I'll just walk into a fire for no reason. How about that? Seems like a good plan. I will say that the increase in the number of pets that we have running around does somewhat affect readability. Ah! Enough of this. Alright, find the regenerator crystals and be rid of them. Yeah, because now there's like just an awful lot of stuff happening every turn. The tornadoes could all despawn though, that would be fine. If you're wondering why there are so many tornadoes, I think, no, that guy's blazing. He is not the tornado spawner. I wonder if there's another champion, like, right on the other side of that wall who's responsible? I was trying to catch him coming up the hallway, but apparently he's not actually going to come up the hallway. Yeah, we're just gonna wait out some ground effects here. I mean, my pets are doing fine work. This summon Floriconda thing wasn't even really about effectiveness so much as it was about my ability to be really lazy, which, as you all know at this point, I prize very highly. Why would I want to do stuff when I can not do stuff? Sometimes you hear people say, you know, it's a real, like, go big or go home kind of situation, and I always find myself thinking, why would I go big if I can go home? That sounds so much better. I'll just do that, thank you. That's never what they mean. They never want you to go, oh yeah. Well, obviously, let's go home. I would like a nap. Okay, this is too many. This is too many enemies. How many enemies is too many? I don't know, like 2. Just a lot to process all at once. I mean, our pets are going to do a great job of distracting them. We need to get deeper here. Let's go for a straddle enemy down to here. Okay, that's good. That's approximately where I wanted to end up. Are you the real guy? You are the real guy. Congratulations. Welcome to hell. The rest of our pets will... Damn it. Guys, I was going to do... I mean, it's fine that you did it, but I was going to do it. I can see this being kind of a problem some of the time. Alright, let's go find some more regenerators. Yeah, this is a thing. That's one of the problems. But actually what I meant was the crystals. Like that one. Also, I gotta be a little bit less cavalier with our plastic charges. When I need small amounts of healing, like inconsequential healing, I should really be doing it with our with basic foods instead. And I should probably bank this. If I'm not going to use this Dragon Orb, I should bank it for a future character, right? I kind of want to take it just to be able to show off the other dragon ability. But also, I do really like the dragon ability we have now. I think it's quite a good one. The Cloud of Sleep seems really good, and then it's just like a very easy to use AoE attack as well. It doesn't have a lot of goofy restrictions like the slime thing, which seems to not even be very good. It could be that I was just like, I'm not well built for that, right? It could be that it doesn't scale well with the strategy that we've pursued stats-wise. Sonic Boom does okay damage. In general, I think the whip weapon type has been really good to us this game. Okay, are we good? Nope, still energy flowing through the conduits. Where have we not been? Oh, I don't know. The whole top half of the map, I suppose, would be a place to start. I'm hoping we can... Damn it, guys. I had him, I swear to you. I really would like to get through this part quickly, back to the part where we are in a little bit more danger. Alright, so it seems like our tornado offender is up here somewhere. This is very annoying. This could stop happening immediately and it would be good. Okay. Just need to be able to move away. You are not the guy. These are friendly thorns. Remember, we do have a thorn summoner now. You are my Hurricane Man. Okay. Great, good to know. That's too much. That's too much trouble. Okay, there we go. Yeah, fortunately, we're like 3-shotting everything in here, which definitely helps with the frustration a little bit. In situations that are actually like life and death, where me losing control of a target is really bad, I wonder if we're going to have more of a problem with the Vine monsters constantly pulling things away. I mean, the upside, obviously, is that things that are pulled away from me tend not to be shooting at me anymore. It is worth noting that the Floricondas that are summoned, at least by the Vertigrizzlies, are considerably lower level than the Vertigrizzlies are, and yeah, these ones are also considered worthless. So, they're not going to be able to tank very well, but he can summon them very frequently, and even if all they do is like disrupt enemy targeting a little bit and then absorb one hit, that's still pretty good, honestly. Alright, apparently I am not going to be in control of my situation. Ice Dagger's Blazing Hurricane is actually a terrifying set of traits. Like, that's every way you can take damage right there. So why don't we go ahead and just, to be on the safe side, let's eat a big food. Throw out a nice big sleep cloud. I over-prepared, but better than under-prepared, right? Okay, network is clear of excess regenerators. We're doing it. Destroying those crystals hurt me. I could feel flow, burning and suffering. Were you in pain too? Well, no, I'm a computer. Pain.cpp was removed many patches ago. Yeah, of course this thing's written in C++. Why wouldn't it be? I will say that if they were looking for a labyrinthine or particularly esoteric-seeming programming language, there are better programming languages to have, or jokes to have made there. That said, how many people are going to recognize the file format that you keep Malibulge source files in? So there's a trade-off there for, like, accessibility. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this, and then I think we're probably done here. Well, what am I talking about? I would have missed a whole carrot. And then teleporting back to town and using the thing here is probably going to be faster than actually walking back to the stairs. These have been going by pretty quickly. We can knock out... Oh, no, wait. Actually, did we do all 4 of them? I was going to say we could knock out the last one. Yeah, looks like we're all good. Disarmed? Docile? I thought I remembered that we had only done one of these before, but apparently I was wrong about that. Okay, well, we're not going to go on and fight the next boss here at 57 minutes into the recording. I think that, at the risk of maybe coming in a little bit under the hour, is going to be where we call it for today. Thank y'all so much for watching. Come back next time, tomorrow, when we probably go after that final dragon, and then make progress into whatever is beyond the old final boss, provided that I'm not misinformed, that the game does not in fact still end there. And we'll see you then.